And we're back.
Hey, we're back. I hope y'all come back.
Wait for everybody to tune back in.
Yep. So, Johnny's phone is kind of goofy. So, let's see what we got here. Do we have take 2 come up yet?
Yeah, I'm connecting to it now. See if it works. Alright, so there's a couple people back now. Sorry, my phone completely locked up solid. It completely booted us off the live. So now we're on Tracy's phone. Hers always seems to work a little better for the live. So, but we can't hook the microphone to hers yet. So hopefully you could hear everything. If not, we'll have to speak up.
Yeah. Okay, so the questions were, okay, Alex, we know you from Heart Ranch.
This thing is...
Let's see. Where did we leave off at?
I don't know, where's the
I'm going to have to go back to the thing. Bear with me.
It's going to be a new chat, but...
What's going on? Okay. Yes, Alex, we did know you from Heart Ranch. Sorry, I had to get back to my chat.
I had to catch back up on the chat. All right. So what was I talking about while you manage the chat? I'm probably going to put the computer down.
Yeah.
Let you manage the chat like we normally do. See what happens when we try new things. It gets all messed up.
So our R&B Runaways, we are on the same shift. The dogs stay in their kennel here in the RV while we're at work, which really stinks because that's 11 hours. If we didn't put him in the kennel, Gadget, because he's a jerk, he would find something to pee on just because he's wanting to be a jerk.
Yep.
So...
They do good in the kennel, though. I mean,
yeah, they do. It's a big kennel for 2 small dogs. So.
Yep, so they're not bad. So anyway, I was talking about...
Yeah, and Wayne, if you're back on here, it kept cutting out because Johnny's phone. So we hope you're back on for take 2.
Yeah. So what I was saying before it knocked me off was when you're walking up and down the aisles, you have a lot to talk about. I was telling you, walk on a treadmill for 2 hours, take a 15-minute break, walk on the treadmill for another 2 hours, take a 30-minute break, which is our lunch, and then you walk on the treadmill for 3 hours, take a 15-minute break, and hit the treadmill for another 2. That's a full 10-hour Amazon shift. And if you can constantly walk that treadmill for those hours, you're fine because you don't constantly walk the whole time at Amazon. A lot of times you're stopping at bins and you're opening bins and picking stuff out of it. And actually, the slow nights, you walk more on the slow nights than you do on a busy night. And the reason is, a slow night, you're going to pick item, and then you have to walk a good ways to another bin, and it runs you all over the place. On a busy night, you can spend an hour on one aisle. I mean, you're in one bin,
just turning in
and
circles.
then turn around and get the other bin, and take one step and get another bin, and turn around and get another bin, and one step. I mean, there's times I worked a good 30 minutes and may have literally taken 10 steps in 30 minutes because I'm picking in one area.
That, too, keeps my Fitbit from getting an accurate step count because... it'll start counting at 10 steps. It counts those 10 steps, but you have to take 10 for it to start picking up. So if I take 3 steps, it doesn't pick those 3 steps up, which I do that a lot.
So we haven't done any other job besides picking, so we can't give any input on anything else at Amazon.
They're liking our hats.
Yeah, we like them. We had hat day at work, so we bought these to wear to hat day at work or holiday hat day.
And I missed holiday hat day because
Tracy had to stay home. Sleep. Oh, so here's another thing, because we mentioned staying home. Another thing I want to get out there about Amazon, at least the location we're at was called CBG1, is the building we work at in Hebron. And someone had mentioned one time before that, I don't want to work a 40-hour job, work camping. I only want to do 20 or 30 hours or whatever, so I can't go to Amazon. Yes, you can here, because every night they have what's called VTO, which is voluntary time off. And basically what they do is they overstaff, just in case we're busy, they have the people there. So every night that we've been there so far, it's been overstaffed, so they start sending out VTOs on your little scanner, you'll get it. And it's basically to go home early, and it's at no penalty, so you don't get any attendance points or anything like that.
Yep.
So it's not like you called in. Even you can stay home and miss the whole shift because
they send out VTO before the shift starts.
Yeah, so we go in at 6. We might get an email and a text at 3 o'clock saying VTO available for the day.
Or like the other day, we got it at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So you never know.
The next day is off.
You get it in text and email and everything, so you get notifications. So you simply just log into your A to Z, and then you hit accept the VTO, and then boom. You get the day off with no penalties or nothing
Yeah.
like that. And so far, they've had VTO every single day that we've worked.
Hey, Trey's Universe is here.
Hey, so you can take off as much as you want or work as much as you want. That's what we like so far.
Yeah.
You know, the days that Gizmo doesn't let us sleep, and or Tracy's up with Gizmo and I'm sleeping or whatever, and she's tired, then she can take the VTO and just stay home for that day. No big deal.
Yeah. Wayne, your mom does work the same shift as us.
Yeah, she does.
She does. She's on the same shift.
else
Alex,
we
thank
got?
you for liking our hats. We miss all y'all. Our Heart Ranch people have.
We were just talking to
We were just talking to Shannon.
yeah, well, I mean, just like 10 minutes ago, we was talking to Richard and April
yeah,
on text.
Richard
They're
and
eating
April.
gumbo right now.
Yeah, they said South Dakota
I'm
makes snow, we make gumbo. So.
Yeah. So they're not on the live because they're actually having a birthday party right now. But anyway,
And
anybody.
yes, we do need more subs.
So I'll keep rambling about Amazon, but anyone have any questions about Amazon, go ahead and type them into the comments. We'll answer them while we're here. I'll just talk about what I think is interesting until we get questions. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button while you're here, too. There's 11 of y'all here, so let's hit the thumbs up button. That kind of helps our ratings a little bit. So if you don't mind, smash the thumbs up button.
Yep.
So, yes.
What was the name, Alex? Change the name. I was trying to put it together. Who was Alex? I'm trying to put it together in my head. But,
Oh, change the name on here?
I changed my name.
Oh.
Tell me who you
I can't
are.
remember, yeah.
How big is the Amazon warehouse? It's huge.
Huge. The one we're in is actually small, and it's over 1 million square feet. And that's pretty small for Amazon standards, So the building we're in is just apparel. So all we pick all night long is apparel. All types of clothes, accessories,
Shoes.
things like that, shoes.
Wallets.
Yeah, anything
Cell
to
phone
do with
covers.
apparel. Yeah. And that's all we pick. So there's no heavy lifting. There's no big items there. There's no...
That's Brianna.
Oh, hey. So I guess...
Stop changing your name on me.
So I guess you know that y'all having gumbo then. I was just saying, we were talking to Richard and April, and they're having gumbo. What's the matter?
10,000. Yeah, 1 million square feet. I know you probably meant that on your thing.
Yeah, 1 million square feet. I don't know the actual footage of the building, like lengthwise and all that, but I know the area that we work is over 1 million square feet. So when you walk into the building, you have mods on the left and the right, and then the center is all outgoing, and receiving. But the areas that we work and pick the items where they're stored is left and right, and then it's 3 stories, so you got 3 floors.
That Brianna might be Brianna from the
Oh, it
restaurant.
might be the other. Oh, okay. Yeah, which
Not
Brianna?
from, that's
No,
Brianna
which
from the
Brianna?
restaurant.
All right, but so you got 3 floors in the South Mod, 3 floors in the North Mod, and then like 100 aisles, and then 800 bins down each aisle. Well, 800 long plus A through K. So what is that? 800 times whatever A through K is, and that's how many bins you have on each aisle.
Yeah, so
And there is like
11.
200, 2, 4, so it'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe like 800 aisles probably, with 800 bins times.
It's
yeah,
a lot.
That's a lot of bins.
It's a
I
lot.
can't do the math.
The job at Jackson Hole, we never heard back from. So even if we do hear back from him at this point, we're
Yeah,
not going to take
we
it.
we have accepted our next summer job. We know where we're going. We can tell them now. Yeah. So our next summer job is going to be in Idaho, Camp Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene, right on Lake Coeur d'Alene. A beautiful area. We've accepted that job, so that is definitely where we're going. But before next summer, like I said, we have 3 weeks left here. After we leave here in 3 weeks, we're actually going to my home, to Louisiana. We're going
But
to
his
see
family
my sister.
doesn't know that, so if y'all know
Yeah.
his family,
But we're
only
going,
his sister knows.
we're going to my family's for Christmas, so it's going to be a surprise visit for Christmas. And we're going to go do that. And then once we leave there after Christmas, we're going back to where it all started in Fort Payne, Alabama.
Open your text so I can text your sister, by the way.
Yeah. So if you go back and watch our very first video, our very first 2 or 3 videos on this channel, we were in Fort Payne, Alabama, staying in our friend's driveway when we first moved into the RV.
We're going to go back in his driveway.
That's where we're going back. So we'll be there last week of December, after Christmas, maybe 1st of January, something like that. We're going to
Thank
park
you,
back
Bear.
in his driveway, which we have hookups and everything there. And then we're going to spend a couple months in Fort Payne while we're waiting for our summer job. There you go. While we're waiting for our summer job to start, we're going to go work a job in Fort Payne for a couple months and see our old friends there.
I've put in the word at the deli that I used to work at that I'm coming back. Because they had said before if I wanted to come do temporary work while we're in town, then they would see if they could place me. So we're hoping that that they can put me in somewhere. I'm texting his sister, letting her know that we're back live.
Yeah, so we'll do some type of job. Now, there's a company called The Children's Place, which is a store I've seen in malls and stuff like that. It's all children clothing and everything to do with children. And there's their distribution center, or one of, is in Fort Payne, Alabama, which they normally hire pickers. So I could probably carry over and just go to Fort Payne and actually do what I'm doing now at Amazon, do it at Children's Place.
Oh, she's on.
For a month or two. For a month or two, and while we're waiting for our summer job to start. So that's the plan so far.
And Trey's Universe said they'll come visit us. I know Shannon and Tim from Rapid City out of Heart Ranch, they've already said they're definitely coming.
Trey, we might actually stop and visit you, because I think the route, when we leave Alabama to go to Idaho, I have to look at the route. Honestly, to be honest, I haven't looked at it yet, but it may take us through Utah.
Possibly. What part of Utah are you in?
And so it may take us right around where you're at. So we'll have to see. I have to check the routes and see how we're getting to Idaho. But going to Louisiana, number one, to see my family, and number two, a lot of people don't know this yet. Everybody knows Gizmo. Everybody loves Gizmo. And everybody knows Gizmo is blind. But Gizmo's been having a hard time kind of with this lifestyle, you know. He does fine in the RV for the most part, but he's used to, before we started this full-time RVing thing, Tracy was always home with the dogs. And Gizmo really needs somebody with him, you know, all the time. And with both of us working,
long hours,
you know, whenever we are working. Now, granted, we get a month off here and there, and we get a lot of vacation and stuff like that, but when we work, we work.
Yeah. And hold on real quick, Robert, no, we did have a microphone hooked up, but that camera kind of crapped out, so we're having to use my phone, and I have the iPhone 8, and it doesn't have a microphone input, so we have to see about getting another microphone.
Yeah, we're looking at a microphone or an adapter that's compatible with her iPhone.
Yeah.
And we're also looking at, we have a DSLR camera.
Yep.
We're looking at switching, if we continue to do these lives, if people like them, we're going to probably set up a whole system here for the lives using a DSLR camera with shotgun microphones and, you know, set up a nice little area to do it. So this is temporary, you know, we don't do a lot of lives, but if we start doing them, we are planning and looking at some other equipment and stuff to get better sound. The microphone that we have works great on my phone, but my phone for some reason doesn't like the lives. We'll go live for a few minutes and my phone locks up. So anyway, long story short, we are going to get better equipment if we continue to do these lives. So just, you know, bear with us if you can. We will get better at it.
Yeah.
But back to Gizmo.
And happy holidays to you too.
Gizmo, like I said, we've discussed and talked a long time with him being blind in the RV, and it's kind of a combination. Since he's gone blind, I think he has his stress levels a lot higher, and he always either wants to hear your voice or he wants to be by
right next to you, or...
You know, I think he gets scared, to be honest. And you know, we leave music and movies on and stuff whenever we leave, but he's just not doing good in the RV. So with all that being said, my sister, being the angel that she is, takes care of all types of animals and rescues and stuff.
She's the animal whisperer all around.
So we spoke to her, and she's on here now, but we spoke to her, and she's actually going to take Gizmo in and foster, I guess you would call it. She's going to foster Gizmo for us. I don't want to, you know, I didn't want to send it, you know, give him away, or it's not like we're giving him away or nothing. You know, I want him somewhere that we can go visit often and things like that, and I want him with family. And
Billy and Brenda are on.
So, hey, Billy, Brenda. So we're going to go down to Louisiana, and we're going to leave Gizmo with my sister, and that's going to be hard to leave him, but we know it's the best thing for him.
I'm going to cry. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Wipe him. Don't cry on camera. But we know it's the best thing for him, so we're not going to get into it too much because it kind of upsets us. But he's going to be in good hands. He still needs some, you know, other things done. You know, there's surgery scheduled for him. Now the surgery, on the other hand, this is going to sound crazy, but the surgery is actually to remove his eyes because he is completely blind, so he'll never have use of his eyes again. But all they do now is cause him pain because the condition he has causes pressure behind the eyes, and he has pain. So we give him eye drops and medications for this. And all the vets tell us the best thing for him is to remove the eyes, which will completely remove the pain, and he would have a happier life, you know, happier than what he is now, you know. So we're seriously thinking about the surgery. The surgery is not going to do anything to, you know, help his health or anything like that, but it's going to make him comfortable, which is our main goal, is to make him comfortable, you know, for the remainder of his life. So with that being said, the
and he's
surgery...
not that old. He'll be 12 the 18th of December. Yeah.
So we're going to try to have the surgery done. The surgery is expensive. We live a work camper's life. I don't make the money I used to make. So, you know, it's going to be hard to save the money. But we're trying, and, you know, I've had people tell me, you know, suggesting, you know, GoFundMe and stuff like that. And I just don't, I don't know what we're going to do yet. I don't know. Yeah. I know a lot of people don't like GoFundMe. A lot of people think it's misused, and a lot of people boycott it. But I don't know what else to do. I mean, I don't know how else to raise the money for the surgery. So it's something we're thinking about. If we launch the GoFundMe, you know, hopefully nobody, you know, looks down on us or, you know, unsubscribes and all that because we're using GoFundMe for our pet. But anyway, we're going to get off that subject because it's kind of a tender subject. But
yeah, and I don't like to cry.
Yeah, we're going to get him to my sister's. We're going to get a surgery done somehow, and he's going to be happy. So.
I got to take his hat off. It's hot. Woo! Yeah, maybe I should leave it on.
Whoa, look at that. Hat hair. So what else? Any other questions popping up? Any comments?
I got my socks on.
Oh, yeah. So far now, you know, our whole plans. We leave here, we go to my sister's, we go to my family for Christmas, we leave there, we leave Gizmo there, we go to Alabama, visit Alabama.
At least I know I'm not crying alone. Thank you, Bear.
And then when we leave Alabama, we make our way to Idaho for our next summer job. Woohoo!
Yes.
And the adventure continues with work camping.
Yep. And we would like to do Amazon again next year. I think we're talking about maybe trying for Tennessee, but rumor has it that they might not do it in Tennessee next year.
Yeah,
so
I don't know how true that is.
Stacy, are you back on? Did you come back and join us again, or?
We'll know in January because they start taking applications in January, and when you go on, it'll list all the locations. So we'll know, you know, next month if that location is available. But there's like 7 or 8 locations that do Camper Force now. There's several in Kentucky. There's one in Indiana, and then there's one in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So that's the choices right now. Other Amazon locations may add Camper Force in the future, but right now that's the ones that are available. So the furthest south we can get with Amazon would be Tennessee. So that's where we're hoping to get next year. And Tennessee is only, that part of Tennessee is only like 2 hours from Fort Payne. So
which puts us close to my parents also because they're over in Georgia.
In Temple, Georgia, yeah. So we like Amazon. I want to do it again next year. I want to do it in Tennessee. If we can't get Tennessee, then we'll come back here because I like this location.
Or maybe one year, even instead of doing Amazon before Christmas, wait and come back for returns after Christmas.
We have to check and see. I don't know if you can work just returns or if you have to work both the seasons. I'm not sure. That's something we can check on. Yeah. So Amazon has 2 seasons. The season we're working now, which runs through December 23rd. 2
seasons that we could work.
That runs through December 23rd or 22nd is when this season ends. And then the return season starts like December 30th and runs through February, I think. End of February. And that's exactly what it sounds like. As people return stuff to Amazon, you accept the returns. And we were going to get...
We were going to do the Kindle.
The Kindle, I forget what it's called, Kindle something. But basically, the people that are returning Kindles, they come in at a shipment, they come down a conveyor line, you pick up the Kindle, you turn it on, you run some tests, you do some things, so you're basically troubleshooting Kindles, and then you send it on down the line to a return.
You make sure it's working right, and then you reset it to factory and all that stuff. And if it's not working, you don't send it back down. If it is working, you do it.
So we could do that for a couple months, but like I said, The problem I have with returns, and I'm still having to work on it and see, there's really the only places that have the return season is here in Kentucky, and it's cold. And
It ain't that bad.
it's not that bad right now, but returns is through January, February, the
Yeah.
coldest months of the year. It's gonna get cold here, and we're gonna have problems with the RV, plain
Yeah.
and simple.
Knock on wood, we haven't frozen yet. The
No.
pipes for the park
Yeah.
have frozen, but when we know it's getting below freezing, we unhook from the park water and we run on our tank.
The problem, yeah, and that's what I said. The problem I have with returns, I guarantee you, if we're here in February, January, our tanks are going to freeze, our pipes are going to freeze, things are going to happen. It gets cold here.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen. It happened when we were in Alabama last winter, and we fought frozen pipes on the black tank and the gray tank release valves all froze solid. And that's Alabama. That was northern Alabama. We're another 800 miles north.
Yeah.
It's going to freeze.
And depending
So-
where you are in Mississippi, Bear, you might get some snow. Bear wants it to snow in Mississippi.
Yeah, so
I like the snow. He doesn't like the snow.
I like the snow. Again,
If we had
I
a
like
Four
the
Seasons RV,
yes, if
I'd
we
be
had a-
happier.
if we had a Four Seasons RV, I have no problem with the winter. I can dress for it. I can deal with it. No problem. My main concern, I'm always worried about this RV in those types of temperatures, because the pipes in this RV runs between under the floor and then the forget what it's called, the undercarriage or whatever. They run
The
in
belly.
between. So if these pipes ever bust under this floor, there's no easy access to that.
Oh, we screwed.
We're screwed. So we have major work to do if any of these pipes freeze, that's the problem I have with winter in this RV. Luckily, because we live in it full time, we can kind of keep that from happening between running the furnace. It puts heat under the floor and stuff like that, and kind of keeps things up. So it's just a little bit more
And
expensive
I
to live
usually
in it in
drain
the
out the
winter.
pipes too whenever
Yeah.
we're on just the tank.
Yeah.
Before we go to work, and I know it's going to freeze, I'll make sure the pump is turned off, and then I just bleed the lines before we leave.
Yeah. So we can make it. We can live. It
Thank
costs,
you for coming, Billy and Brenda. Talk to y'all soon.
It costs a little more to operate it in the winter time, because you have to just do extra things, use more propane to keep things from freezing. But it can be done. So we'll probably do a return season if we can get it next year. No problem.
Oh, PG is here.
Hey.
PG.
So
Oh,
what else? What else is on
message
anybody's mind? Y'all got anything going
Make
on?
sure I'm caught up on everything. Oh, Wendy and I will sure help a GoFundMe for your puppy.
Oh, thank you.
We have to decide if
Yeah,
we're going to do one.
Yeah, I have to decide.
Your pets are like your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And I know, saying that, nobody's running GoFundMe for their kid. Well, I guess they are kind of. I mean, I've seen GoFundMe pages for medical expenses and stuff, but
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know. I don't know how a lot of people feel with it being a pet. How some people are not pet people. Some people are just rude and think, oh, just go out back and put a bullet in his head and, crazy crap like that.
No.
No, I mean, that's
I
our
wouldn't
kid.
shoot one of my kids,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to shoot my dog.
No, he's our kid. But anyway, if we do a GoFundMe, we'll put it out there and let all of our subscribers know that we're doing it and it's active and all. So I just want to get some feedback from a few other people and see what they think about it, or if they have any other ideas how I can raise the money. Because unfortunately, in this lifestyle, although we love the lifestyle and we'll never go back to a normal life that I can see of, but we do live, penny to penny. I mean,
Yeah.
I gave up a good money job to do this, and we're 1,000 times happier being pretty much broke than we were whenever I could afford anything I wanted. So
Hey, how much money you got in your bank account? Not much.
not
That's
much.
awesome.
Enough to get us to the next location
Yeah.
and have fun. And that's what it's about for us. We love it. We have fun. We're seeing the country. The stress is gone. So yeah, I would never go back to a normal job, how they call it.
Normal, yeah.
Yeah. Because what we love about these jobs is every job we go to, there's an end in sight. We
Yeah.
know the length of that job. We know how long we're going to be there. In a normal job, if you want to call it that, there's
You're
no
like-
light at the end of the only light at the end of the tunnel is if you can.
Yeah. It's like, oh my
Fathom
gosh, should I turn in
retirement.
my 2 weeks notice?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only
Find
thing you have to
another
look
job?
forward to is retirement or You know, there's no, you just work. How many years do I have to work at this job before I can?
Yeah.
We don't have that problem. Whenever we get to a job, we know exactly how long we're going to be there. We know, we see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're not there long enough to get burned out on the job or stressed out. Why stress out? It's over in a couple months. You know, we hear all the full-time and regular people at Amazon complaining and this and that. And granted, I understand, because trust me, although I like picking and we like the job, it's definitely not something I would want to do full-time and day in and day out for the next 15, 20 years or whatever. No way. No, the job is too monotonous. But we're only there for a month and a half, 2 months. So we know how long we're there for, and we don't care. What's that? Oh, the plug, yeah.
Let me see if this works. Y'all bear with us for a minute. The camera's going to move.
Yeah, we're going to try hooking up this adapter and see if the microphone will plug into it. And then y'all can let us know if the sound gets any better. I'll let you know when. Hold on. Let me see the microphone. Without mic. And this is with mic.
Can y'all tell the difference?
Yeah. And if so, let me know if the mic's working at all. So hopefully this little adapter worked. So let's see, what else?
Can you hear us? Hang on. They're just now coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a delay, so we're kind of waiting for it to catch up so y'all can see if the microphone's working.
Sounds better.
All
Robert
right.
said yes. Katie said it sounds better.
Awesome.
All right.
It works.
I don't know why I always forget that I have that adapter for the iPhone.
Okay, so now we got them. So this is, now that we have, so this is our little microphone that we have.
It's supposed to have a clip for your lapel.
Yeah, no, there used to be a clip on it that clips to you right here, and
during a RV kitchen segment.
yeah, we were filming and it broke, but hey, it's called a Purple Panda. I paid $20 for it on Amazon, and when I first tested it, it was because we were filming outside a lot in the wind. And this little thing, if you go back and watch, it was one of the Louisiana videos where we done the thistle. I was outside cutting a thistle down, and the wind was blowing about 30 miles an hour.
I couldn't hear him talking. I was standing right in front of him.
And this little microphone cut out all the wind noise, all of it in that video. So I was impressed for $20. But like I said, we're investing in some other stuff and some better camera equipment. But for now, this little thing works fine.
And I can't move any closer to the camera because where it's set up at.
I mean, we could pull the whole table forward some.
Y'all hold on a minute. You're moving.
We're going for a ride.
Going for a ride.
All right, that's good.
How's that?
Better?
We like to make y'all happy, so y'all help us out.
Yes, keep giving suggestions. We're trying to get good at this. You know, we've only done a few lives. We only done a few lives, and you know, I'm better at editing and stuff like that, and doing my edited videos. Which the last couple of jobs I haven't had time to do those, which is why we started investing time into the lives.
We learn as we go. You know.
We started investing time into the lives because working 10 hours and Sugar Beats were 12 hours. Amazon's 10 hours. I really don't have too much time to edit much video. Yeah. So we're relying on the lives to reach out to y'all and stay in contact. Yeah. I do have a couple things planned for edited videos coming up. So maybe next week I should have a good edited video up. I already have plans for that one. And the last one I done was the Amazon locker video. That was the last edited one I done. So
somebody said something up here. Somebody enjoyed the how-to video. I meant to jump in with it and I forgot.
Which how-to video was it? The Amazon locker or the? It might have been one of our older videos. We've been getting some comments lately on YouTube from our old videos, so that tells me that new subscribers are coming in and going back and watching some of the older stuff, which is excellent. I love when people go back and kind of watch the whole. If somebody tells me they went and binge watched RV SWAT, it really makes me happy. Yeah. Because if you go back and watch from episode, the very first episode, the introduction video we done, and you'll see our whole journey in this life. I mean, we've filmed, it's just every week we film what's going on in our life. Somebody just commented something if you want to scroll back down.
Today's world is no for sure thing when it comes to employment. Yeah, when you travel, you move where the job is. Yeah. Exactly. And it's so much easier to get a job doing this than it is when you have your sticks and bricks house.
Yep.
And you go and apply for a job. You can apply for 6 different jobs, and get offered one of them. Where here, you apply for 2 jobs and you get offered both of them.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the only job we've never been offered is the Jackson Hole job. The only thing we ever applied for and didn't hear back. But here's how I explained it to a friend of mine. The difference between job hunting in the normal life and job hunting and work camping.
Thank you, Wayne.
And full-time life. The difference is when you're job hunting in the sticks and bricks, your search is only a certain mile radius. You're only willing to go, 10 miles from home, 15 miles from home, 20 miles from home. So your search is very small. Excuse me. When you're searching for full-time RVing jobs, you're searching the whole country or whatever region you want to be in. So your job search is a lot larger, so there's tons of jobs to apply for versus very few in your hometown.
And that's a good segue into this, into 2 comments that just came up. PG, it's not easy to get a work camper job if you're solo. I'm hoping that maybe we can do some more research on that and find some more resources for y'all single.
I'm gonna reach out to a few friends of ours that are
Elaine,
singles, and they have no problem getting jobs.
Yeah.
Stacy gets jobs. Adventure Van Man gets jobs. Helen. So we know quite a few singles, so we'll try to put something together and kind of help you guys out. Amazon hire singles, so you can do that every year.
That you get a lot of info from our channel. Thank you.
Thanks.
Maybe this is something that we can help somebody out with, as far as single. Maybe we can get.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, we don't do the single thing, so of course we have to go by other people's feedback. But
we can get Lois and
Lois is single.
Van Helen.
Also,
to come over.
I've seen quite a few singles working at Sugar Beet Harvest. I think the hard job you're going to have for singles is going to be your summer jobs.
Yeah.
Because you always got sugar beets and Amazon and stuff to get you through the winters, and it's your summer jobs. So here's what a lot of people consider work camping. We don't. So what most people consider work camping is working at an RV campground or an RV park, trading hours for your site and then working extra hours, and you're doing like office and maintenance and blah. Your typical work camper. That you're going to have a hard time doing solo, because when they're paying for your RV site, of course, they want 2 employees for the price of 1, so they want to give up 1 site with multiple employees. And I understand why they do that. So your summer jobs working in a campground are going to be hard to do as a solo. Yeah. That I believe. But you have to think outside the box, and you have to do things outside of the typical campground jobs, like the Sugar Beets and Amazon, and there's other ones out there. Another one, Yellowstone, Delaware North, I think it's called. Delaware North hires a lot of stuff in Yellowstone, and they hire singles because they do a lot of like college kids and stuff in the dorms and things like that. So you can get singles there, and that's a summer job. So look at Delaware North, and also look at coolworks.com, and go to the Jobs with RV Spaces section on Coolworks, and there's some other ones. Xanterra, I think it is spelled with an X, X-A-N something. Xanterra is another one that does a lot of work with national parks, and they also hire singles for summer jobs. So I hope that little bit of information helps, and like Tracy said, we'll do some more research and try to get some more resources for singles.
Yeah.
But I know Delaware North, Xanterra, and then Beats and Amazon and things like that you can do.
Yeah.
Anything else come up while I was jabbering?
Wayne's pushing them thumbs up.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Bear. Yeah, y'all give us a thumbs up, please. That really does help us a lot.
Yeah.
Don't want to be beggars, but I'm begging.
E-beggars. Bill and Dollar with Economic Refugees, they call it e-beggars for likes.
We're actually making them some coffee cups.
Yeah, they don't know it yet, so I don't think they're on here, so they're not here tonight. But yeah, we're making them some coffee cups. We're going to put the thumbs up symbol, and we're going to put we beg for.
Yeah.
Because every time they do a live, they beg for likes.
I think they do know, because they were the ones who bought the vinyl for it.
Yeah, that's right. Whenever we made their shirts for them, we told them about the mug, so they went ahead and bought the vinyl. Yeah, so we do have to make those. We haven't made them yet. We have to make us some mugs too.
Yeah, and we will put a list if we find any. But definitely check out the places that he was talking about, the Cool Works, and tell them.
Yeah, Work Camper. Like we love WorkCamper.com, and in fact, I'll go ahead and let you know one of the next edited videos I'm doing is my top 5 features of work on WorkCamper.com. But WorkCamper is not a really good resource for singles.
That's good for couples.
Yeah, it's really good for couples because a lot of it's campground jobs and things like that. That's where we get a lot of our summer jobs is from WorkCamper. So I mean, you can do the beats and all that through Work Camper, but I don't think it's a excellent source for singles. I have to talk to Robin,
Hey, Jeff.
Who's who's employed at Work Camper, and get her input on singles. And I know they're trying to focus more
Yeah.
on the singles and stuff too. So I'll get with her and see.
Like Jeff said, there's always the option of getting a job at a place that pays well for seasonal and then pay for your own campsite.
Right.
So, like, let's say, for example, you go work for Disney.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of inexpensive options for campsites.
Oh yeah, there's
around
campgrounds all around
all
Disney
over
area.
the place. You might have to drive 25 minutes, but
Yeah.
we do that here
We
at
do
Amazon.
it here, yeah.
We drive from Indiana to Kentucky for our job. So you could find an inexpensive campground to stay at and work a seasonal job at Disney. And the thing with seasonal at Disney is it's always warm.
Yep.
Whether it's the Christmas season or it's the summer season or whatever. So you could pick.
You know, another good one would be Dollywood, because Dollywood has a Work Camper program, but they do not pay for your. They don't supply the campsite, so you have to go get your own spot. So
but there's
there,
campgrounds that give you discounts for being employed.
Right. So, but
Dollywood.
what I'm saying is that would be good for solos because they're not covering your site. You're paying for your own site.
Exactly.
So you go pay for the site. Looking at Dollywood, you go pay for the site. You pay $300 a month or whatever it is for your site, but then you work full-time hours at Dollywood.
Yeah,
So we know several people that go there every
yeah,
summer.
Mary from Sugar Beets. I worked with her in the lab. Her and her husband go to Dollywood every year. And what they do is every year they work at least 6 months for Dollywood, because Dollywood is so amazing that if you work for them for at least 6 months, you get their insurance and you get to
Year-round coverage.
year-round.
You carry it year-round.
So it's not for us because we don't want to spend every single summer.
And we don't want to
working at
spend 6
Dollywood.
months at a job.
Yeah, but they pay for their own campsite and they can get a great campsite for under $400 a month.
Yep. So Dollywood's another good one to check on.
Yep.
In fact, we're actually thinking about doing Dollywood one summer just to go, just to work there and go to that area. It's right outside of, it's right around Pigeon Forge, and that's a beautiful area to go to. So we may go spend 3 months at Dollywood just to go sightsee in the area, which is what we do most in the summertime. Is we pick places to go that we want to go and sightsee.
Yeah.
We go work our job and then we sightsee on our days off. So.
Yeah. Let me catch up on these.
Okay.
Wayne, yes, we do need like 1,000 more.
Yeah.
Jeff said one of the foremen at Bee Harvest works at Lowe's in Arizona in the winter. There you go.
Yes, people misconstrued the word work camper. Any seasonal or part-time job, okay, what about
Even
this?
if you're the one paying for your campsite.
Yeah, but look at this. When we go to Alabama, there's no work camping jobs in Fort Payne, Alabama, but there's temp agencies.
But we'll be living in our RV.
Yeah.
Temp agency will put us to work.
We're work camping.
We're work camping.
We live full-time in the RV. We already know the temp agency there. So when we park at our buddy's house, we have full hookups at our buddy's house. We park there. We run over to the temp agency. We apply. We take whatever they can get us, and we work for a couple months.
And
No problem.
Fort Payne, Alabama is a very small town.
Yeah.
They have a plant there that builds garbage trucks.
Yeah.
Why does my thing keep closing? They have a plant there that builds garbage trucks. Hale, Heil.
Yeah.
They have the Children's Place Distribution Center.
Which is where I'm probably going to work.
That's it. They have the deli and the grocery store where I used to work. Let me see, the Runaways. Worried about how you were doing at Amazon.
We love it.
It was scurry.
You know what? And again, I keep going back to this. Other than the problems and the hassle we have with our special needs dog,
Yep.
And us working nights and him not being adjusted. But as far as the job itself, guys, I recommend anyone do this job. A lot of people told us that stay away from Amazon, and everybody has their own opinions, and I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong, and all we can do is give you our opinion. But like I said, I'm an unhealthy person, I'll be honest. I am. I mean, if I walk uphill
He's
5 feet, I'm out of
Cajun,
breath.
Say no more.
Yeah. I mean, if we walk on any kind of incline, I think I'm dying. I have no problem working at Amazon. I can walk all night long. You're not walking at a fast pace. You're not running out of breath. You're not lifting anything heavy. And I mean, it's easy. It's easy work. So I say,
It's good cardio.
try it. Yeah.
It's not like fast-paced cardio. It's slow, 10-hour straight cardio.
Yep.
Steady, easy cardio.
Yeah, it's easy.
Your
The,
feet
the hardest
really hurt.
the hardest thing about it, I think, is up and down stairs. Because sometimes they may send you from the third floor to the second floor, back to the third floor, or something
You
like
might pick
that.
one item on the third floor, and they'll say, "Okay, go back
Yeah.
down to the first floor."
So I will say this. With that being said, if anyone really has really bad knees, or you just can't climb a flight of stairs, stay away from Amazon. But
Yeah.
if you can climb one flight of stairs and do it once every couple hours or something like that,
Yeah.
then I don't see there's a problem. I tell everyone, go do the job, try it 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, just never go back. And the great thing about this lifestyle is if you don't like it, you don't have to stay the whole season. You know, if there's a reason you get there and you hate it, workcamper.com, and again, I'm going to plug them again because we love them. But WorkCamper sends us hotline email every day with the job listings for the day. And I can tell you, 90% of the time, there's something with an immediate opening.
Yep.
So if you're at a job that you're miserable at, watch the hotline.
That's why your house has wheels.
Yeah, crank up and go.
Crank up, drive
I mean,
away.
if you're miserable where you're at, watch the hotline. Something pops up saying immediate opening. You apply for it. You do your interview. They say, yeah, you're hired. Come on down. You crank up your RV and you take off. And you don't go back to the job that you just left. You know.
Yeah. And you know that you won't apply there again.
Do not stay away. Now, we've learned this. So here's something we've learned in our first year. Do not stay away from a job, or do not decline a job because you watch videos and they say the job sucks. Don't go by what everyone else is saying.
If that was how it worked, we wouldn't have done Beats.
Would have never done Beats. Would have never done Amazon. Because those two were being blasted on the internet. I say do your research. Watch the YouTube videos. By all means, watch our channel. You know, but that's what we do is we review these jobs. But don't take everyone's word to help for your decision. You know, I try to tell people, I usually don't give my opinion whether you want to work it or not. I give you my opinion and description of what the job entails and what it takes to do the job, and then you decide for yourself.
Yeah, you decide for yourself.
You know, if it's something that you can do.
And I agree with Trey's universe here. I would love that job.
What?
Traveling with NASCAR for a season.
You know, I've seen that.
I want to do that.
Actually, I haven't seen like the whole season, but I did see Daytona hiring. Because you know, if you ever go to Daytona, in the infield, there's a lot of concessions and a lot of shops, a lot of stuff going on down there. I did see them post for a certain race. It was only for like 2 weekends or something like that. That you would work concessions or something in the infield or something.
That would be
cool.
Do that.
Now, if you could do the whole season and follow them around, yeah, sign me up. You know,
sign me up now.
I have to check on that.
If anybody can find out if that's possible,
well, I don't think the only problem with that is, I don't, you know, every racetrack is owned individually, you know, by that state. So it's not really NASCAR. So I don't think NASCAR has, or maybe they do. I don't know. Does NASCAR have like a concession or something?
I'm pretty sure.
Now, all the drivers sell their own merchandise. So maybe if you can get hooked up with a driver and work his merchandise, because they set up merchandise trailers and all along there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you can hook up with a driver and set up something.
I would hook up with a driver that I don't even like,
just to go. Yeah. So that's something we can research. I mean, that would be an amazing year of travel.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. So, if anybody can find out any information, look us up because I want to know.
And if anyone, I don't know how many people are on here from Louisiana or any, but you know, we're looking to spend a little more time in Louisiana too, and you know, trying to find a work camping job there. What time of year and all, and when, we don't know yet, but that's something else. That's another place we want to spend. You know, we always go home and visit family, but we're only there for like a week. I would love to get southern Louisiana through a winter,
you know what I
and spend a couple months there.
I wonder if we could find a job like at one of the plantations. You know,
like a tour guide?
Yeah, we did a tour at Poche Plantation. We did a tour at Homa's House. Yep. Those are on here, actually. I don't think Poche is, but Poche, I put the pictures on Facebook, but Homa's House, we did.
Yeah, we put the whole tour on YouTube. Yeah. So if you go back,
to do that.
Go back and look through our videos and get back to the videos we done in Louisiana. There's one of them that says a plantation tour, Homa's House plantation tour.
It's the entire tour.
It was like a 1 hour guided tour, and they let us film the whole thing. So after I edited it down to like 45 minutes. So it's a 45-minute video. You get the entire tour of the plantation.
I would love to do that.
Yep.
Go work at a plantation.
We can check on stuff and see. I mean, I'm sure there's, you know, we're sitting here telling people you can go do anything at any job. We just haven't looked at Louisiana yet. But I think I want to spend a winter in Louisiana, spend a lot of time around my family, and just get a part-time job or something there. And
So is anybody else on here a YouTuber? Wayne is curious to see who's a YouTuber. Jeff, yes, you can always go look somewhere else for a job. Teresa, hello. Want to let you know, me and my husband was locked down on first floor due to our health issues. So they were great working with us.
oh, okay.
First week they would come by and check on us. See, I didn't know that.
I didn't know
That's
that. So
good.
there's an option so they'll actually work with you and lock you on the one floor, on the first floor.
Amazon is a really good company.
Let me tell you this story too. There's a young couple, like 10 RV spots down from us. They have a diesel truck, and there's something with this truck. I guess it doesn't like to crank in cold weather, so he has some type of heating blanket or heating device or something that he plugs in and puts over the engine. I don't know how diesels work, but anyway. He was asking if there was a place in the parking lot to plug. He needed an electrical outlet to plug in for his truck, and you know,
it gets cold.
yeah, he was talking to some people, and nobody was really able to help. And then they said, "Well, go talk to so and so, and then he'll be able to help you." So, long story short, he went and explained to this guy in this million, square foot building, and thousands of employees that this one truck, he's got a special need. He's got to plug it in to keep the engine warm so it'll crank in the morning. They didn't have any outside plugs, so the guy that runs the building ran an extension cord out the back of the building, through the back door, and now he has his own special parking spot. He parks back there, plugs his truck in while he's working, unplugs, and goes back. So they cater to that need. Yeah. So they're a great company.
They're a really good company. I like the fact, Teresa, that they allowed y'all to stay on the first floor.
Yep.
And checked on you to make sure you were okay. And I've even had one of the guys, remember I told you, he said, because I had hurt my leg a week before we started, I felt my calf muscle tear. And so Sean had come in, was talking to me, and we were discussing, he had hurt his leg a little farther down. So we were talking about the calf and everything. And he said, if you need to sit down for a minute, he said, not these stairs right here, because they were right in the busy area. He said, go to one of the back staircases, sit down for 5 minutes, rest your leg, and then go back to work. So they're good about working with you if something's up.
Had to get my drink.
What you drinking?
Coke Zero.
Oh, I thought you had your rum chata.
Oh, no, not yet.
Oil pan heater. Oh, is that what that's called? Eric Jones, oil pan heater.
Oh, sorry. See, I know nothing about engines or...
Yeah.
I didn't know why he needed to plug his truck in. When I first heard him ask the people, I'm like, why do you need to plug your truck in?
Yeah.
He's like, because it won't start once it gets below a certain temperature.
I never heard of such an animal, but okay. Thank you.
All right. Are we caught up on comments?
We are caught up on comments, I do believe. Packing inbound 5S. What's 5S, Jeff?
Inbound 5S?
Yeah, packing, inbound 5S, other possibilities besides picking. But yeah, you don't always have to pick.
There's lots of.
That's all that was available.
That's all that we do is
because we were last minute.
We like the picking.
I'm a big fan of Diet Coke.
Picking seems to be the one that everybody says you don't want. It's like the last choice.
I like it
because it's so much walking. But we enjoy it. Now I can see it gets old after a while. I wouldn't want to do it more than a couple months, to be honest with you. I would never do it full time. But
they like your green cup.
Oh, thank you.
So
that's my powder coated Yeti.
Yeah, his is green. Mine is actually a sparkly purple. There was a place in Winter Haven, Florida.
It was
in Winter Haven.
Was it Winter Haven?
Yeah, because I was working at the vape shop.
Oh yeah.
That powder coated the cups for you. So mine is a sparkly purple because they didn't have teal. So I got my teal here. But yeah, he got his big green Yeti.
And she got her LSU.
I got mine.
It's the LSU Yeti.
So it's my
it's
LSU
actually a Yeti
wine cup.
It's a Yeti wine cup.
And I have my
RV there yet
from Heart Ranch. This one's not an actual Yeti. My purple one's an actual
And
Yeti.
we're soon, once we get to our summer job, once we get off of these long hour jobs, we're going to start making our RV SWAT merchandise because we have our Cricut machine. And we've made us some shirts and we made a couple mugs and stuff, but I really want to get a lot of lot of stuff out there. I want Yetis and stickers and all that stuff.
Wayne said his mom took his Yeti.
Uh
Um, let's see. We want to be pickers. Did you lose any weight? I have not checked my weight
I haven't
yet,
checked. Yeah.
but I can tell you I've lost weight because my pants
Fall down.
that I couldn't put on before. I mean, I could put them on barely, but couldn't button. I can now put them on and button them. They kind of fall down as I'm walking because now my butt kind of makes
I don't, like I said, I haven't weighed myself, so I don't know if I've lost weight. But what I've seen so far is I've noticed that my cardio is better because I can actually now go up and down the stairs, you know, all night long. They move me around a lot. So I can actually go up and down multiple flights of stairs multiple times a night and not get winded like usually I go up one flight of stairs and I'm huffing and puffing. But
Yeah.
you know,
I guess if you're one of those people, I don't know if you've seen them, but I have. Who was I talking to? I think I was talking to Wayne's mom. I was talking to Elaine. There was this girl, I swear she was like tripping or something because she had her cart and she's pushing, she looked this way, and she'd go, oh my gosh, I need to, and just
what?
totally like wigging out. And then she'd back up a couple of steps and she'd go forward a couple of steps and she'd turn this way and she's talking to herself and she's just so high strung that I guarantee you she loses weight. So I guess if you're high strung like that, you can lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You haven't seen those?
No.
Oh, my Lord have mercy. She reminded me of that, you know that video on Facebook that goes around of that girl who's tweaking in the grocery store?
No.
You haven't seen that?
No. The worst I've seen at Amazon is, you know, some of your full-time people, you know, they're held to a higher quota than us. So I've seen some of those kind of hustle and kind of walk at what they call an Amazon walking pace, you know, a fast pace, almost like the speed walkers you see in the mall, you know, walk. You know, I'll see those because, again, the camper force, the work campers, we only have to do 80% of the required quota. So our quota is 80%. Their quota, you know, it's 80% of what the full-time employer's quota is, right? So sometimes, you know, as we're walking, you know, just going at our own little pace, I've seen some people kind of fly by me at a fast walking pace because they're on a higher quota and they have to hit their numbers and stuff. But we don't fall into that category. We work at a work camper pace.
And our feet hurt.
Yeah, your feet.
They're not
hurt.
as bad now.
No, it's getting used to it now.
Now,
The first week was.
oh my God.
The first week hurt.
The first night.
Now again, if you're someone that's on your feet all day already, won't be a problem.
Yeah.
It's just we sat down a lot. You know, I mean, we went
man.
from our
lazy
watches.
to
Well,
full on.
our watches would tell us before this job. You know, we had a hard time, or at least I had a hard time hitting my 6,000 step goal a day. That the watches come, you know, generic 6,000 steps. The jobs we had before, I couldn't hardly get 6,000 steps in. Tracy did because she was a server, but I was in the kitchen and stuff, and you know, and then my corporate job before I left was a lot of sitting down either in a van or behind a desk. So I had a hard time adjusting to go from 6,000 steps to over 20,000 steps. My feet hurt.
And we did invest in some good shoes. We got the
Skechers.
Skechers.
I got
Go
Skechers
Walk.
Go Walks.
Just stick it on the phone.
See? Ooh.
I got the Skechers Go Runs only because the Go Walk, they didn't have any in my size.
Yeah.
So they do, if you injure yourself on the job, that is covered. That's a federal thing if you're injured on any job. I wonder why your feet got bigger.
So
Yeah, you stuck it in the camera.
So while she's reading those, I said other feedback we get. Like I said, we just bought good shoes, but other people tell us, you know, compression socks is real popular with a lot of people. So you wear compression socks with good shoes, with good inserts like the Dr. Scholl's inserts.
Yeah.
There's things you can do to make it better on your feet. But in all honesty, after the first week,
Yeah, after the
It's
first
not
week,
as
it's
bad.
not so bad.
No.
Mine still hurt a little. I mean, but I have a whole different story. My fibro makes mine hurt more. But Johnny puts
BioFreeze.
BioFreeze on his feet.
I got roll-on BioFreeze. I roll it on the bottom of my feet when I go to bed at night, and I rub my feet for a minute, rub it in, and they're fine. And I'm one of those weird guys that like pedicures and spas and stuff like that.
Yeah, so when we finish here, he's going to get a pedicure.
Yeah, that, and I'm going to go find me a good massage therapist and let him spend a good hour on my feet. I love a foot massage. So I'll go to a massage therapist, and everybody usually wants like full body massage and back massage. Nah, just put the whole hour on my feet. I'm good to go.
Yep.
Maybe a little on my back when my back's bothering me, but usually it's my feet.
Wayne, you got a ghost. His DVD player turned on last night for no reason. Oh my Lord.
Let's see what else exciting is going on in
Jeff said
RV
his
SWAT
feet got
world.
bigger. I think, Jeff, it's funny you should say that because I put on my other shoes. What's them shoes that I wore today? My old tennis shoes?
No, I don't know.
Anyways, my Adidas tennis shoes. I went to put them on and I had a hard time putting them on, so I think my feet might have grown.
My feet hadn't grown.
Of course I did, and I bought bigger shoes.
Gizmo's snoozing now.
Yeah, he's snoring.
Yeah, he'll snore from now till the night, and then he'll wake us up in the morning.
Yes, there are people in the campgrounds usually you can find to walk the dogs. However, on our shift, that might be difficult with us working the night shift. They could walk them during the day, but then that would kind of...
Yeah. Sugar
defeat
Beets
the
is fine
purpose.
because Sugar Beets has a camp host
Yeah.
just for the Sugar Beet employees,
Yep.
which normally the one this year didn't do a good job.
the
but
ones this year left early.
normally
I
the
heard they got
camp
fired.
host, the Sugar Beet Harvest camp host, that's what they do is walk the dogs and throw parties and all this stuff. But here at Amazon, you'd have to find your own person to do it.
Yeah.
And it
And
would
there's
have to
people out
be
here who do it during the day.
during the day, yeah. You have to find someone that either is not working Amazon, because if you're both working, obviously they can't walk your dogs if they're at work with you. So it has to be somebody on opposite days off, or somebody that's not even working Amazon that just is here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if they're working the same schedule, it's not going to work for you. And if they're working the opposite schedule, it's not going to work because, you know, they're sleeping while you're home and you're working while they're sleeping. Yeah, it's hard to work those things out.
And the skirting for the side of the RV and the space heater, we've talked about doing that, getting the skirting made for around the bottom of the RV. To
If we're gonna continue to work winter jobs more north than where I want to be, you know, our original plan was in this lifestyle was to chase 70-degree weather. The whole point of this life was to chase the good weather. And,
we're supposed to be in California right now.
Right. Yeah, that job fell through. So that's something else I've learned is, you know, you can plan all you want. You know, things happen. You got to be ready to go. You got to be on your toes to make last-minute decisions. And, you know, we were supposed to be in sunny California and 70 degrees. Yeah, it was supposed to be perfect weather and this and that. Well, that job fell through, so we ended up here. So if we're going to spend time in cold weather, I'm going to invest somehow in the skirting and put the skirting on while we're parked and throw a heater under there, and it'll be fine. But I really don't want to make that investment because I don't want to have to do it. I don't want. I want to be south.
You would rather be somewhere warmer.
I want to be in Southern California or Texas
but
or
as much
Louisiana,
as we like
Florida.
This Amazon thing, we're gonna have to come back and do it.
Yeah.
So we will have to invest in something.
If we're gonna stay for return season, I'll invest in something. We can make it through December. You know, it's not that cold. We'll make it through December. But if we're gonna be up here in January, February, then yeah, I'm gonna invest in skirting and stuff like that. So,
Definitely, most definitely.
excuse me.
Yeah, and Jeff, I wasn't too upset whenever the camp host left over there because they didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything anyway. Even
at the get-together at Sicky's Garage, I didn't get any of the hors d'oeuvres. Did you get any?
No, they didn't order. They had like 60-something, 70 people at this welcome party or whatever it was. And it was supposed to be like, you know, free appetizers and blah, blah, blah. And we got there, they ordered like
3 trays of appetizers that had like 12 appetizers on each.
Yeah, they had like 12 wings, 12 something else, and 12. And then, of course, the first, you know, 5 people in line blew through that. So then they ordered another round. So they brought out like 12 more wings and like 5 more people got to eat. And then everybody else, we just had to order off the menu.
We ended up ordering off the menu. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a joke. But, I mean, I was glad that they done something, to, you know, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time, don't advertise free appetizers. Just say, you know.
They didn't even do anything in the campground. You know, we had to get together at our campsite, and it was cold that night too. But it was supposed to be a little potluck thing, and a few people did show up. John and Lisa showed up, and Stacy from Empty Nest Quest. Jeff was there, and Brian, Adventure Van Man, came by. Bill and Darla came by. But it was so cold. Oh, and Tammy and David came by. So we had a little bit, you know, people brought some food over and everything. We had the fire pit going, and there's some pictures on Facebook from that. But, you know, the camp host, that should have been their job.
The camp host over Beet Harvest is supposed to,
All the other,
on rainouts and shutdown days and stuff, they're supposed to have get-togethers and host
all
all
of the
that
other
stuff.
locations, their
They're-
camp hosts actually did
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, hence the name host, camp host. You know, you're
Yeah.
supposed to host events while there's downtime, keep people occupied. You know, get-togethers.
That's what
and-
Express Employment is paying them for.
Right. So, yeah, we didn't have good ones this year. Hopefully next year we'll have better camp
Maybe
hosts.
next year I'll be a camp host.
There you go. I don't think they pay. I don't think they pay enough to make it worth our
No.
while to do that.
Site's already free, so I can't ask for that.
Right.
So yeah.
So what else? Any other comments? Were we backed up on anything, or are we caught up?
Well, nobody else is asking any questions, so.
Come on, I know y'all got questions. How many people are on here? Let me ask y'all a question. How many people on here? You know, we have a lot of friends and stuff on here, but how many people on here are in the what we call the dreamer phase? You know, you're wanting to go full time, but you're not there yet, and you kind of follow our channel and other channels to inspire you or anything like that. So, how many people are in the planning phase, and how far are you into the planning phase? When are you going? When are you hitting the road? I love
Yeah.
knowing all that stuff.
Yep. Yep. We love hearing from the
I know
people who are
Billy
in the
and it-
beginning stage.
Billy and Brenda left already, I think, but I know they're getting close. I saw they had a video the other day. They actually bought their RV, so they're one step closer.
Robert said that's him.
Yeah.
Yep. Very good.
How close are
So,
you? How
well,
close
yeah,
are you to
what-
hitting the road?
What step are you on right now? Are you, obviously you're doing it different than we did. He discovered the whole lifestyle mid to late October. First part of November, he mentioned to me, would this be something you'd like? I said yes, and by mid-December, we had already moved into an RV.
I move fast.
So where are you in the process?
I know some people, you know, it's
Jeff,
a 5
yes,
year.
we know Jeff's always dreaming and planning.
We know,
R&D.
you know, we know people that, you know, make it a 5-year plan, and some people do a 1 year. And, you know, my advice to anybody is no matter what time frame you set yourself, just do it. Make sure you do it.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody talk you out of it, because you're going to have tons of people trying to talk you out of it. A lot of your family and friends are going to tell you you're crazy.
Wayne's not in a planning stage. You're not going to join your mom on the road? Come on now. R&B Runaways, selling in spring and doing full-time.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
And y'all are in Florida, right? You know, we're trying to get down. Maybe y'all can help us in this category, too.
We want to go down there for a while.
We have some friends in Central Florida. You know, we lived in Central Florida for a while. And we still have some friends down in Winter Haven area. And we worked at Disney for years.
And
I
I
know,
still have family in the Jacksonville area, too.
But-
So.
you know, I worked at Disney for years, or we worked at Disney for years back in our normal life. And we keep thinking, you know, we want to go down and visit family and friends, but we're trying to figure out a winter job that we can do there. I don't know if I want to go try to. I hear Disney's really hard to get seasonal with now.
And I don't know if I want to work for Disney again. I think I'm pretty much done.
Yeah, well, I
With
mean,
working for Disney.
my point with Disney, if there's nothing else, I would go do Disney to get
Or
there.
Universal. I might do Universal again because I didn't work there
Yeah,
very long.
just to get there, I would go do a seasonal job like that. My first choice would be something else, you know, something outside of the.
They live in
Mayhem.
Melbourne. Okay. Yeah, Melbourne. That's where my sister went to get away from the hurricane a couple of years ago. And she ended up getting it over there too. So she's from Naples.
What kind of? See, I would like a Florida job outside, you know, either in the Winter Haven area, or else I would try to stay out of the. I would like to stay out of the Orlando rat race. You know, I would only work that if I had to, but I don't know of many. I guess we can always rely on the whole, you know, pay for the RV spot and
Yeah,
go
just
to a temp agency or
I could
something.
even
But
call Jim and say, hey, put me back in your lab.
yeah,
Um,
so we really want to go to Florida and visit people too. So
yeah, and Robert, don't settle on an RV. I know we actually bought the first one. Thank
Yeah, I'm
you
learning.
to me.
yeah, I'm learning some things now, and the more you research this life, or the longer you're in it, you learn things, and you know, there's some things that I know now that I wouldn't have bought this particular RV.
But we
But-
we had a very limited budget.
Yes, and that determines everything. Your budget determines basically everything you can do. So people that are selling, the people that have advantages, the people that own their homes, and you know,
Oh, Wayne's only 11.
we were
That's why.
we were renting whenever we went full time, so we didn't have a house to sell and things like that, which is why we were able to move a little quicker. You know, we just stopped paying rent. We moved out. We gave our notice and we hit the road.
Yeah.
But the disadvantage to
That sounds bad. It sounds like we skipped out on a lease and everything. No, we didn't. We let
no,
them
our
know.
lease was up. We were month to month. We had
Yeah.
been there long enough. But the point I'm trying to make is, you know, I think the people that own a home have an upper hand on what we had, because you see a lot of people sell their house and you get enough money depending on how much equity. Bonked his head.
Just ran into the cabinet. If y'all heard that.
But he's doing this circle. Why is he? Does he have to go out?
He might have to go out.
But anyway, if you have enough equity in your home and you sell everything, a lot of times people make enough money off of that sale to buy the RV that they of their dreams or whatever, and then do this the right way. We didn't have that. We were renting.
I'm gonna take the dog out.
We were renting, so you know I had to buy an RV that was in my budget of you know, I didn't make, you know, $100,000 off the sale of a house or something like that. Let's see, Tracy's taking the dog out, so let me see if I can follow the comments. Let's see. Yeah, Robert, that was you know, learning from other people is the biggest thing. Is I researched the lifestyle, the work camping, the things like that. I didn't spend enough time to research what types of rigs to get and things like that. I jumped into the lifestyle, but I did do a lot of research on work camping in general, and how can this be done? Can you make a living out of this with no other source of income? That's what I was researching, and I found out yes, you can, and you know, we're doing it. We're living proof. You know, we're going on, you know, it'll be close to a year that we've been doing this, and you know, it's only our first year, but we've realized already that you can do this with no other source of income. Let's see, Teresa, this is our second year seasonal. First year at Amazon. This is our first year at Amazon also. Gave the house to the kids. That was nice. I wish I had a house that I could have sold and made money off of, but let's see. Don't forget the rain boots. I don't have any rain boots. Tracy's got rain boots. She's got little flower rain boots. I don't have any rain boots, but I can tell you what, the RV park we're at, I don't know, Teresa, are you in the same park we are? Are you at Little Farm on the River, or are you in a different area or what? But this RV park, it rained all day today, and this place holds water like crazy. The whole yard is a mess. I could swim out in the front yard, I believe. Hopefully the rain's done. I don't hear it falling right now, so hopefully the rain's done for the day and it'll start drying up tomorrow. But we go back to work tomorrow. We were off the last 2 days. We go back tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Gizmo, you went potty?
He did.
Good boy. You go lay back down.
Oh, look at them wet feet.
Don't run into the crate. Poor little guy. Tell Mama to pick you up. You can say hi to the camera.
Hang on, I gotta give him some water.
Yeah, where my Jeep is parked, the water's coming up higher and higher right now. I can still walk to the Jeep, but if it rains any more tonight, we're gonna have to walk through the water to get to the Jeep. But hopefully the rain's over for tonight, I think.
Lord, I hope so.
I think it is. Well, we're not gonna stay on here too much longer, guys. It seems as everybody's kind of running out of things to talk about.
Let me get Gizmo to say hello.
Yeah, Gizmo will come say hello. Come here, buddy. You want to come say hello? Oh, there he is.
There's my buddy.
Hey, little buddy.
It's my buddy.
I don't know if Aunt Tracy's still on here. You say hey to Aunt Tracy?
He needs a bath and a haircut.
Yep.
And Tracy's going to let your hair grow long, though, not like Mom and Daddy. We usually get it cut because we don't have the time to spend brushing you. But Aunt Tracy has huskies, and her huskies know when she gets the brush out that it's time to lay down and get a hairbrush. So maybe he'll get to where he likes that too.
Alright, so if y'all don't have any more questions, I'll leave the floor open for another couple minutes. Anybody get some last questions in? If not, we're going to be shutting it down here pretty soon. Like I said, there ain't much more that we can talk about other than, you know, we're working at Amazon, and y'all know what we're doing next and where we're going. Y'all know our plans through the summer, so.
Teresa's at...
She's here.
Oh, she's here. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
What light you on, Teresa?
I think, isn't she up front where the tarp is at?
Is that you at the tarp? Because I did see it the other day. I remember on the last video I hadn't seen it. You have 1, Harvest Host. Oh, we love our Harvest Host.
What video? Are you looking for videos on Harvest Host? If so, I actually have a whole playlist. If you look at the channel and go to playlists, I have a Harvest Host playlist. I think we have 4 or 5 videos on there right now, on the ones that we've stayed at so far.
And we didn't do a video on all of them. I don't think we did one on the last one.
Yeah, we didn't do one on the last alpaca farm because we had already done an alpaca farm.
Our favorite one, though, has been 4E Winery.
Yeah.
That one, that's somewhere that we'll go every year on our way to Sugar Beets.
Or from.
Or
whichever.
from, or both. Like this year when we left Sugar Beets, it was so late in the season that they had already closed the winery for the season, but they still let us stay there. But that's definitely one that we'll go back to every year. Yeah. We love them.
Wayne, no live tomorrow. We're only doing maybe one a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, if one a week. I'm trying to, next week I'll probably do another edited video, so I probably won't be live next week. So probably be another couple weeks before we're live again.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out this whole live stuff. So once we get back to normal hours, then we can schedule, what days we'll do lives or how often we'll do lives.
Teresa, Harvest Host, we just went, you go and sign up. You go to harvesthost.com. I think I would do it now. I would do it this month because they're about to raise the price.
They're about to raise the price, and if you do it now, you're locked in.
Yeah, it's like $49 a year right now, but they're raising it to $79 a year. But if you do it before they raise the price, then you're grandfathered in for every year at $49. So we went and signed up on their website, $49 a year, and then once you sign up, you get access to the map to where you can see all the Harvest Hosts all over the country.
Yeah. And
then you just start, picking where you want to go.
Do you work days or nights, Teresa? Let's see, because we're nights, Sunday through Wednesday. I was going to say, if you want to come down here one day.
Yeah, we can show you the Harvest Host.
We can get on the website with you on the computer and show you around. And
yeah, because until you're a member, you can go on their website, but you can't see all the host locations and stuff. You have to be a member to see the map. And once you're a member, then you understand, that they're everywhere. So when we get in travel mode, we pull up Harvest Host, we pull up our RV Trip Wizard, we see the route we're going to take, and then we look along that route on Harvest Host and see how many hosts there are, and we give them a 24-hour notice. We pick a host we want to stay at, we call them, say, hey, we're a Harvest Host member, we're passing through, we'll be there tomorrow. Is it okay if we stop?
Oh, she just got switched to nights from days. Cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then once we call them, they say, yes, we have, a spot available tomorrow. When you get here, come to the office or come here or go there and meet me here, meet me there. They give you directions, and then they show you where to park, and then you go enjoy the host, whatever it is. We've done alpaca farms, we've done wineries, we've done a brewery, we've done apple cider mills.
We haven't
it's all
done
kinds
a museum yet, which we were
yeah,
going to
no
do
museum.
a museum.
Yeah, we didn't do one yet. We're going to.
We were going to do that one in Oregon because we were going to California. So we were going to stop and see our kids in Oregon, and there was an Air and Space Museum up near Portland that we were going to do that kind of got crapped away.
Yeah, so we haven't done museums yet, but there's so much with we just found one. I don't remember where it was at. You were reading yesterday. If we ever pass it, we're going, but it was some type of, wasn't it like a creamery, a cheese place? Is that a Harvest Host?
Yep.
So yeah, so I've hit a trout farm, which was fun. Yeah, Jeff just said the fish hatchery. So we done the rainbow trout farm. That was more my speed than the wineries and stuff. Now we found that there's a cheese place I can actually go, and everybody knows I love my cheese.
Just give me wine and alpacas and I'm happy.
Yep.
I'd like to find an alpaca farm that makes wine.
Yeah.
Or a winery. A winery that has alpacas.
So yeah, the fish I enjoyed. Cheese I would enjoy. So we like our Harvest Host. Is it something that we'll keep forever? Probably not. It will free up that, $50 a year. Once we, just like anything, once you do it for a while, you get burnt out on it, So, in all honesty, how many wineries can you really stay at before they all start becoming like the same thing? And, how many museums can, it's just,
but then you think about it,
but
it's a free place to stay.
Well,
for a night.
It's free place to stay if you're disciplined. We're not. We're spending too much money. Because you buy something at their gift shop or something.
We bought a $35 alpaca Monopoly game.
Right. And I understand people's thoughts on that. They could get a campground with full hookups for $35 a night. I get it. But we're getting, we're enjoying the experience. of the place. We're enjoying everything about it. It's stuff that we would probably buy anyway. So, but at some
I would have
point,
never known about Alpaca
yeah.
Monopoly.
But at some point, we're gonna have to get frugal enough, and as our finances change throughout the year, at some point we're gonna have to get frugal and stop staying at Harvest Host and spending tons of money on stuff.
We have not used Boondockers Welcome.
No, we have not.
I haven't even. Have you looked at it? Yes, it's better than a Walmart. I haven't looked at Boondockers. You have?
I've looked at it. It's kind of the same concept of Harvest Host, except it's just individuals, so you're sitting at people's houses and stuff like that. But again, with Boondockers Welcome, if I'm not mistaken, it's still a membership fee. Mm-hmm. And I think when I looked at it before, when I was comparing that to Harvest Host, my thoughts on it at that point was, if I'm going to pay a yearly membership, I'm going to go stay at a cool place other than somebody's front yard or something. I want to go to a wine, destination, a winery or whatever business it is. Go stay there and enjoy instead of just staying in somebody's yard. And I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what Boondockers Welcome is. It's just a network of RVers that
Gadget wants to get in.
Hey, buddy, come here.
Don't put your butt in the camera, though. Thanks.
Sit back.
There
you go. Hi. He says, Gadget says hi, everyone.
Oh, he can't get comfortable. Hold on. Come here. I know. You wanna sit like a baby.
Okay, get in baby mode.
All right, he's in baby mode. Such a baby. Yes. You want to tell your fans hello? You want to tell your fans
hi, everybody.
Say hi, guys. Beep, beep.
All right, guys. It's starting to get, we're starting to ramble about everything now. So, again, another couple minutes. If you have any questions, if nobody submits a question in the next minute or two, we're going to sign off.
I gotta cook supper.
Oh yeah, we still gotta cook and eat and stuff.
It's 9:30 at night. It's breakfast time, actually.
I gotta go back to organizing my movies and getting all that done. Cause it's back to work tomorrow, so no time to do nothing for the next 4 days. All right, guys. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, I see we got like 13 likes right now. So
it's a Chinese crested, hairless
Chinese crested, but if you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, please do. And submit any questions you have even after we end the live. If anybody watches this and has any questions, add it into the comments below. We'll get around to answering them. You can always reach us at fulltimерvswat@gmail.com. You can email us questions there. And other than that, I think next week we're going to have a good edited video. Top 5 things we like about workcamper.com. Where are you going back?
Yeah, I was looking,
So anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and log off, call it a night, and we shall, what's that?
R&B Runaways. We're still here. We have an extension cord and a hose.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I forgot to say what that was.
Okay. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, so hopefully if we can find something to do, like I said, we're going to go to Alabama at least for a little while, and we're going to research if something pops up in Florida. If we only spend a month in Alabama and then go spend a month or 2 in Florida, I'm good with that too. I mean, we don't have to stay in Alabama for 3 months, by all means, because, like I said, every time we're somewhere 3 or 4 months, we start getting,
antsy.
hitch itch, like they call it, we're ready to go. So we may go spend a month or so in Alabama, and maybe we'll get to Florida this year and see friends there. So, Instant Pot 6 quart on sale at Publix, $79.
Too bad they don't have Publix over here.
Yeah, well, you can get them. Amazon's got them for $79 too. Amazon had on Cyber Monday. Amazon had the 8 quart Wi-Fi enabled 8 quart for like $79, something like that. That was the Cyber Monday sale. We almost jumped on that, but 8 quart's a little too big for the RV. We have a 3 quart now, and we do want a 6 quart. Anybody? We do want a 6 quart because there's some things we just can't do in the 3. But I don't want to go 8 because we don't have the cabinet space for an 8 quart. So, but we love our Instant Pot. And
So
one day
now.
I'm going to get back to doing RV kitchen episodes. It's been several months since I've done one, but the jobs we're working right now.
The last one was with April.
Yeah.
At Heart Ranch. Yeah.
I think so. And like I said, is the jobs we're working now and the schedules we're working just doesn't allow time for me to really do that. Our days off, we have to get laundry caught up and stuff, and no time to really do an RV kitchen episode. But once the summer comes around, we'll probably be back to that every week.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep,
All right,
so
guys.
y'all have a good night.
Yep, we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it a night. And we shall see y'all in the next video.
Yep.
See ya.
I just said bye.
Bye, everybody.